everyone, it's Kim. In this video, we're making Chigiri bread, or pull-apart bread made with kitty faces. These bread rolls are super delicious, buttery, and has just the right amount of sweetness. In a bowl, add 150 grams of bread flour, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. You guys ask me a lot what kind of yeast I use, and I use Red Star Active Dry Yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of milk powder. Using a whisk or fork, whisk this together. Add in 160 milliliters of warmed milk. Fold this together with a spatula. Using a whisk would be too sticky at this point. Add in more of 150 grams of bread flour, 37 grams of butter, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I kneaded it a little bit in the bowl before removing it and placing it onto the table, and knead this for 10 minutes. Even though if it looks impossible in the beginning, it should come out smooth and elastic in the end. Place this in a clean bowl, cover it until it doubles in size for about an hour. Release the gas in the dough by punching it down. Knead it gently to release any more excess gas. Divide the dough into 10 equal pieces. You could use a kitchen scale and divide the number by 10 and precisely measure each piece of dough. I included the weight of dough and each ball on the screen if you really needed to know. Shape each of the dough into balls and then cover it loosely with saran wrap to let this rest for 10 minutes so it'll be easier to work with. Lightly grease an 8x8 inch pan with oil and lightly dust it with some flour. Shape these into ovals, place this onto the pan, and flatten them slightly. We're going to put 9 of them in the pan, and the last 10th one will be used for decorations. With the 10th ball, we're going to need to divide it into 36 pieces, but to make it less overwhelming, first roll it into a log, and then divide this piece into 9 pieces. Having a bench scraper is super handy because you could cut dough on the table without marking up your table. Then further divide each piece into 4 pieces. And once you do all that, you should have 36 pieces. Roll half of the pieces into triangles for the ears, and the other half into balls that are slightly flat for the hands or paws. Keep everything covered with saran wrap as you're working with this to prevent it from drying out. Attach each piece using water or egg wash. Lightly cover this with saran wrap and let it rest until it doubles in size for about 40 minutes. Create an egg wash by combining 1 tablespoon of water and 1 egg and brush it onto the dough. R is for T is for T. U is for Bake at 350 degrees for 12 minutes or until it reaches an internal temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit. W is for X is for Z. Use foil to prevent it from overbrowning. Cool this completely before decorating. Using an edible black marker, draw on kitty features onto the bread. You can make your kitties happy, sad, annoyed, sleepy, etc. Even if you don't want to go through all the trouble of making them into kitty breads, I really think they make really great dinner rolls. And honestly, you'll probably see this recipe again in my future videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to watch my previous video. Follow me on all my social media sites. And let me know what other kind of characters or recipes you would like me to try out. And bye!